The hidden dangers of Cocomelon for toddlers. Cocomelon is one of the most popular children's shows, with its catchy songs, bright colors, and endless nursery rhymes. While it may seem like an innocent way to entertain toddlers, experts and parents alike are raising concerns about its impact on early childhood development. Here's why too much Cocomelon might not be the best thing for your little one. 1. Overstimulation and screen addiction. Cocomelon's rapid scene changes, bright colors, and repetitive sounds can overstimulate a toddler's developing brain. The fast-paced editing keeps their attention locked in, but it also trains their brain to crave constant stimulation, making everyday activities like reading or independent play seem boring in comparison. Police car light warning sign. If your toddler throws extreme tantrums when Cocomelon is turned off, they might already be dependent on it for entertainment. 2. Delayed speech development. Unlike other children's shows that focus on conversation and problem-solving, like Bluey or Daniel Tiger, Cocomelon mostly relies on singing instead of real dialogue. Since toddlers learn to speak through normal conversations, excessive exposure to shows like Cocomelon can delay their ability to form sentences and communicate effectively. Baby tip: encourage real-life interaction by talking, reading, and singing with your child instead of relying on screens. 3. Shortened attention span. Because Cocomelon moves at an extremely fast pace, toddlers get used to rapid, high-energy stimulation. This can make it harder for them to focus on slower, more natural activities like playing with toys, listening to a book, or even paying attention in preschool. Brain what to do: balance screen time with quiet, hands-on activities like puzzles, drawing, and imaginative play to help develop focus. 4. Emotional regulation issues. Many parents report that after watching Cocomelon, their child becomes more irritable, impatient, or even aggressive. The dopamine rush from fast-paced animation makes the real world feel dull in comparison, leading to mood swings and frustration when they're not watching. Light bulb solution: set clear screen time limits and help toddlers transition by engaging them in calm activities before and after watching. Cocomelon, the digital pacifier that's secretly driving parents insane. Cocomelon. If you're a parent, just reading that word probably triggered a song in your head: Johnny, Johnny, yes papa, playing on an endless loop in your mind. It's everywhere. It's unavoidable. And most importantly, it has a stronger hold on your child than you ever will. But is Cocomelon just a harmless kids show, or is it an animated soul snatcher disguised as a nursery rhyme sing-along? Let's break down why this brightly colored madness might be causing more harm than good. 1. Cocomelon is basically baby crack. No, seriously. Have you seen how kids react to it? 1 minute, they're screaming, throwing toys, and demanding snacks. The second you put on Cocomelon, silence. Zombie mode activated. Sounds great, right? Wrong. The show's hyper-stimulating animation and rapid scene changes act like a digital sugar rush, making real-world activities, like books, toys, or your desperate attempts at conversation, seem painfully boring. 2. Say goodbye to their attention span. Trying to read your kid a book after a Cocomelon binge? Good luck. Cocomelon moves at lightning speed, switching scenes every second to keep tiny viewers glued to the screen. But the problem? Their brains get used to this high-speed entertainment, making it harder for them to focus on anything slower, like real life. Suddenly, a normal conversation or a simple puzzle isn't stimulating enough, and now you've got a kid who can't sit still for more than 5 seconds unless JJ and his animated farm animals are involved. 3. Your kid might start singing more than talking. Ever notice how Cocomelon characters don't actually talk that much? Everything is in song form. That's fine if your goal is to raise the next American Idol, but if you're hoping for normal human interaction, this might not be helping. Parents have reported that instead of saying, "I'm hungry," their toddlers start singing, "Yes, Papa, eating sugar?" Which is cute at first, until you realize they're just mimicking a screen and not actually learning real conversation skills. 4. The meltdown of the century. You think tantrums are bad? Just try turning off Cocomelon mid-episode. Your child will react like you just canceled Christmas. The screaming, the tears, the sheer betrayal on their tiny faces. It's like you just committed a crime against humanity. That's because Cocomelon is overstimulating their little brains, and when it suddenly disappears, they don't know how to handle the lack of dopamine. So, naturally, they lose their minds. 5. Congratulations, you have a screen addict. Ever tried to sneakily shut off Cocomelon while your child wasn't looking? Big mistake. These kids have built-in radar. The second you press pause, they whip their heads around like a possessed doll and immediately demand more. Excessive screen time at a young age can lead to poor social skills, reduced creativity, and a serious addiction to digital entertainment. Before you know it, you'll be negotiating with a 3-year-old over screen time like they're a tiny lawyer defending their right to unlimited YouTube. So, what can you do? If you don't want your kid to turn into a Cocomelon-dependent screen zombie, try this instead. White heavy checkmark limit screen time. No more mindless binge watching. Keep it under 30 minutes per session. White heavy checkmark introduce slow-paced shows, like Bluey or Daniel Tiger, which encourage storytelling and problem-solving. White heavy checkmark get them involved in real activities. Reading, drawing, Legos, anything that doesn't involve hypnotic nursery rhymes. White heavy checkmark go outside. Fresh air is the ultimate Cocomelon detox. Final thoughts. Is Cocomelon evil? Not necessarily. But like any guilty pleasure, junk food, reality TV, impulse Amazon purchases at 2 a.m., too much of it is a bad thing. Used in moderation, it's a harmless way to entertain your child. But if JJ is starting to feel like a third member of your household, it might be time for an intervention. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go listen to anything that isn't a Cocomelon song before I lose my last brain cell.